Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Liyana binti HILMI, metric number A174665. My group and I are going to present strategic management in public sector in regional bank. Okay, the slide shows in presentation outline. The first one is introduction. Next, we have external analysis, and the third one is internal analysis. Next, we're going to present about strategy analysis and choice. The fifth one is strategy implementation, and the last one we're going to have some conclusion regarding our presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurain Hasika binti Hamdan. My metric number A174708. Okay, next I will talk about the background of Afin Bank. Okay, Afin Bank Berhad is the financial holding company of Afin Islamic Bank Berhad, Afin Wang Investment Bank Berhad, Afin Money Broker Sdn Berhad, and AXA Afin Life Insurance Berhad. Okay, Afin Bank Berhad's subsidiary company is AXA Afin General Insurance Berhad, and the key business unit of Afin Bank Berhad is including community banking, enterprise banking, corporate banking, and treasury. In Malaysia also, Afin Bank had a network of 111 branches.
Okay, next I'm going to present the external analysis. The first analysis is the Porter 5 forces, okay, that determine the industry structure in Afin Bank. The first process is bargaining power of supplier. So an assessment of how easy it is for supplier to drive up prices. This is driven by the number of supplier of each essential input, uniqueness of their product, services, relative size and strength of the supplier, and cost of switching from one supplier to another. So example, if supplier have strong bargaining power, then they will extract higher prices from the Afin. It will impact the potential of Afin to maintain above average profit in the regional bank industry. Okay, the second forces are bargaining power of consumer. So an assessment of how easy it is for buyer to drive prices down. So this is driven by the number of buyers in the market, importance of each individual buyer to the organization, and cost to the buyer or switch from one supplier to another. So if a business has just a few powerful buyers, they are often able to detect terms. So example, if the consumer have a strong bargaining power, then they usually tend to drive price down, thus limiting the potential of the Afin to earn sustainable profit. Okay, the third forces are rivalry among competing firms. Okay, the main driver is the number and capability of competitor in the market. So many competitors offering undifferentiated product and services will reduce market attractiveness. So example, if the competition is intense, then it become difficult for existing players such as Afin to earn sustainable profits. Okay. The fourth forces are potential development of substitute product. Okay, when a close substitute product exists in the market, it increases the likelihood of customers switching to alternative in response to price increases. So this reduce both the power of supplier and attractiveness of the market. So example, if the trade of substitute is high, then Afin has to either continuously invest in to R&D or it risks losing out to distributors in the industry. And the last force of Porter 5 forces are potential increase of new competitor. So profitable market attract new entrant which erode profitability unless income have strong and durable barriers to entry. For example, pattern, economic skills, capital requirement, or governance policy, then profitability will decline to a competitive rate. Example, if there is a strong trade of new entry in the regional bank industry, then current player like Afin will be willing to earn lower profit to reduce the trade from new players. Okay, that's all for quarter by forces. Okay, next I'm going to present the competitive profile metric. As you can see in this slide, this is the competitive profile metric. We're using three different types of bank in regional bank, which is the first one is Afrin Bank Berhad, next Agro Bank Berhad, and the last one is M Bank Berhad. Okay, the conclusion we can make from this competitive profile metric or CPM is that based on in the slide, we can see that Agro Bank Berhad is the weakest among the three organizations with a weightage average score of 2.2. Meanwhile, M-Bank Berhad got the highest weightage average among the three organizations above, with the weightage average is 3.15. Now I'm going to present the next analysis using EFE metric. As you can see, in EFE metric, we're using the key of external factor, which is opportunities and trade. Okay, the conclusion we can make from this EFE metric is that Afin Bank Berhad is in a strong position because it received a total score of 2.54, which is higher than 2.50.
Okay, next I will explain about the internal analysis. In an internal analysis, we use three analyses, which is first, mission analysis, second, financial analysis, and third is IFE metric. Okay, next I will explain about the mission analysis. As we know, to evaluating mission statement is to know the 9 components of a mission statement, which are first, customer, second, product or service, third, market, fourth, technology, 5, concern for survival, growth and profitable, 6, philosophy, 7, self-concept, 8, concern for public image, and 9, concern for employee. Okay, mission statement for Afrin Bank are product and service to become an innovation organization with unrivaled customer service. People, our commitment and passion touch the heart and mind of everyone in our world, and value to always create value for our shareholder, customer, and our people. Okay, based on Afrin Bank Berhad mission statement, I can conclude that it's only fulfills 6 of the 9 components consisting of 39 work. The statement also lack 3 components, which is first, they do not disclose their target market. Third, the type of technology that they use for service. And the last one is concern to their employee. Okay, next I will explain about the financial analysis. Okay, based on the financial analysis, I will make a comparison ratio based on 2021 and also 2020. Okay, based on the table, we can see that the ratio that increased from 2020 to 2021 is the current ratio. Net earning growth, dividend payout ratio, net profit margin, return on total asset, return on equity, and also the financial leverage ratio. But we have two ratios that decreased from 2020 to 2021, which is the total asset turnover and also price earning ratio. Okay, lastly, for the internal analysis, I will explain about the IFE metric. Okay, for the IFE metric, okay, the key internal factor that I using is based on the strength, based on analysis of the strength and also the weakness. Okay, in conclusion, the Afrin Bank score of IFE metric is 2.61, which is above than the average, that indicating that Afrin Bank is doing fairly well addressing its key internal issue. Okay, the key area for improvement that I can suggest to Afrin Bank do is doing more investing into the Afrin customer service and also increase their competitive advantages when exploring the new market.
I'm going to present the next slide, which is strategy, analysis, and choice. Okay, next I'm going to present the SWOT analysis. Okay, in SWOT analysis, there got 4 analysis, which is the first one is strength, Next, weaknesses, opportunities, and trade. Okay. In the slide, we can see the first one is strength. Okay. Strength are the capabilities and resources that a company can use to create, develop, and sustain a competitive advantage in the market. So, Afin strength are widespread geographically. So, Afin has a large dealer and associate network, which not only help to provide efficient services to customer but also help to manage competitive challenges in the regional bank industry. So following that, Afin has ventured into a variety of businesses outside of the financial sector over the year. As a result, the company revenue stream have expanded beyond the financial sector and regional bank segment. Aside from that, the company has high margin in comparison to competitors in regional bank industry. Despite have facing downward profitability pressure, Afin maintain higher profit margin than competitors. Okay, the following Afin strength is talent management and employee skills development. Human resources are critical to Afin's success in the regional bank industry and in brand that cater to different customer segment within the regional bank segment. So the breadth of Afin product offering has aided the company in reaching out to various customer segment within the regional bank segment. It has also helped the organization diversify its revenue sources. Finally, like the last one, is Afin has a track record of success with consumer-driven innovation, despite the fact that most financial players strive to innovate. Okay, next is the weaknesses of Afin. Okay, Afin weaknesses can be either a lack of strength or a lack of resources for capabilities that organization currently lacks. Okay, leader must be certain whether the weaknesses exist due to a lack of strategic planning or as a result of strategic choice. So the additional cost of establishing a new supply chain and logistic network is one of our Afin weaknesses. The internet and artificial intelligence have significantly altered the financial industry, businesses model, and with the dealer network becoming less important, Afin must establish a new robust supply chain network. This can be extremely expensive. The Afin is also concerned about the high turnover of lower level employee. It may necessitate higher pay in order to retain talent within the organization. Okay, following that, Afin customer-oriented services receive minimal investment. So this could give competitor on an advantage in the near future. Okay, Afin must increase its research and development investment, in particularly in customer service oriented applications. Okay, in addition, um, Afin market share is declining while revenue are increasing. So the regional bank industry is growing faster than the company. In this case, Afin must carefully examine the various financial sector trend in order to determine what it need to do to drive future growth. Furthermore, niche market and local monopolies that Afin can exploit are rapidly developing. Afin customer network is becoming less and less effective. And lastly, replacing the Afin existing expert is costly. There are only a few employees in charge of the Afin knowledge base, and replacing them will be extremely difficult under the current circumstances. Okay, that's all for strength and weaknesses. Next is opportunities and trade for Afin. Okay, for opportunities are area where the company can identify potential for growth, profit, and market share. So the first opportunities are available online. Customer increase use of online services will also allow Afin to offer new services to customer in the regional bank industry. Second, there is regional cooperation. Collaboration with local players may also provide the Afin with opportunities for growth in international market. Local players contribute local expertise, whereas Afin contribute global process and execution expertise. Okay, so third, the cost of new product launch can be reduced by utilizing third-party retail partner and dedicated social network. Afin can capitalize on the emerging trend by starting small and then scaling up after the initial success of new product. Okay. The fourth opportunities is rising government regulation make entry into the regional bank industry difficult for unorganized player. This could be an opportunity for Afin to grow its customer base. Okay, the fifth one is the economy is expanding rapidly. Afin will be able to enter the US market because the US economy is improving faster than any other developed economy. Afin is already gearing up to enter the highly competitive US market. And lastly, rapid technological advancement are increasing industrial productivity, allowing suppliers to produce a wide range of products and services. This can significantly help Afin expand into new products. Okay, next, the last one is trade. Okay, trade are a factor that can pose potential risk to company business model as a result of changes in macroeconomic factor and consumer perceptions. Okay, trade can be managed but not eliminated. Urban market saturation is the first trade, followed by rural market stagnation. This is the persistent issue for Afin in the regional bank segment. One of the reasons is that product adoption in the rural market is low. Second, because of the vast distance and lack of infrastructure, serving rural customer is more expensive for Afin than serving urban customer. The growing technological expertise of local export market player in the next trade, one of the most serious risks of Afin collaboration with local export market player is the loss of intellectual property right. The intellectual property right framework is weak in emerging market, particularly in China. Fourth is highly skilled human resources are in short supply. Afin may face human resource challenges in the near future due to high employee turnover and increasing reliance on innovative solutions. Okay. The fifth trait is there are competitive pressure. New product launch cycle in the financial industry are becoming shorter. It has heightened competitive pressure on players such as Afin. Afin is unable to respond quickly to the need of the niche market where distributor will super fast product development. Despite the fact that the Afin currently lead the regional bank segment in product innovation. It is up against both international and domestic competitors. The final trait is institutional distrust. Okay, as well as the growing trade of legal actions against Afin, because WTO rules and regulations are difficult to implement in different markets, legal proceedings have become both costly and time-consuming. It is possible that Afin will invest less in emerging market, resulting in slower growth. Okay, that's all from me. I pass to the next presenter.
Hi, I'm Sari Nirwana Ading, metric number A174663. I will explain about the BCG matrix. BCG matrix portrays the difference among divisions in terms of relative market share, position, and industry growth rate. It consists of 4 quadrants, which is question mark, stars, cash cows, and dogs. Consumer banking can be considered the question mark for Afin Bank as it needs to grow more and investment is needed in order to be a star cash and or cash cow. Afin Bank needs to pay attention to this field despite having others in order to achieve the objective. A small to medium enterprise (SME) banking of Afin Bank can be considered as the star. It needs investment because of growth purpose, but also generates inflows. The bank has to increase the investment and making efforts to become the cash cow for the bank. Commercial banking can be considered as the cash cows of Afin Bank as it is successfully able to earn 555 million of profit. The bank is growing rapidly and becoming the consumer's choice. Lastly, Afin AXA Afin Life Insurance can be considered as the dog since it recorded lowest profit in 5 years.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nushat Lamza binti Azid and my matric number A176542. Okay, next I will explain about the space matrix, which means strategic position and action evaluation. That is have a 4-quadrant framework indicating whether aggressive or conservative or defensive or competitive strategies are most appropriate for a Afin bank. Okay, after we analyze the space matrix for Afin Bank, there is 4 position, which is financial position, stability position, competitive position, and also industry position. For Afin Bank, financial position average is 5, stability position average is negative 4.4, competitive position average is negative 4, and also industry position average is 3. Okay, after we calculated for the coordination, x-axis is 0.6 and also y-axis is negative 1. Okay, after we plot all the values, so the result shows that Afin Bank Berhad is positioned in the competitive quadrant of the space matrix, and this indicates that Afin Bank has a limited financial strength, medium competitive advantage in a banking industry, and also operating in an unstable environment.
Next, in Grand Strategy Matrix, assists organization to develop feasible alternative strategies. The model consists of 4-quadrant graphs. Afin Bank has a strong competitive position in the market. Afin Bank does extremely well in regulation and risk areas. They have a high culture and responsibility, not just in particular segmentation, but the organization as a whole. However, Affinbank has to do better in technology for their organization in ways of advancement for system, platforms, software, and tools. Affinbank market growth is rapid, especially in Islamic banking and insurance. However, even though the market growth of investment and mortgage is high, they are in a weak competitive position where they do not perform well in those segments.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nushatul Amiza binti Azid and my matric number A176542. So I will explain about the IE matrix, which means the internal external matrix, which is based on the 2 dimension. That is IFE total weighted score and also EFE total weighted scores. So for Afin Bank, the total weighted scores calculated for the IFE metric is 2.61, while for EFE matrix is 2.54, which both of them indicates above average for internal strength and also the external factors. So after plot these values on the axis in the IE matrix, it shows that Afin Bank should hold and maintain its position. So Afin Bank should pursue strategies by expanding its business but not too aggressively, focusing on penetrating the market further and also developing new products or services or modify their existing product and services.
Next, in the QSPM metric, which is the strategies under evaluation for level of attractiveness for appropriate prioritization in the EFE matrix of Afin Bank, shows that market development is the most appropriate strategy, while market penetration is the least priority and appropriate for implementations. While in the IFE matrix, product development is the least priority strategy, and market development stays as the most appropriate strategy to implement with a 3.35 level of attractiveness. Hence, Afin Bank has to take action on focusing to develop market growth in the future.
Okay, so we move to the strategy implementation for Afin Bank. From the analysis before, we have seen that Afin Bank situation is average, but they need some improvement and development in certain aspects to stay relevant in the market and also banking industry. Because of the rapid changes in the market, economic uncertainty, fierce competition, latest technology, and also the demanding from the customers, Bank seems slightly left behind compared to other public bank companies. And from all the analysis that has been evaluated, we found out that Bank encountered a few problems and also had weaknesses which could be resolved with various suggestions of strategies and especially and importantly improvement from the internal of the company. Banking is a customer-oriented service which requires the company to depend on the satisfaction of the customer service. And for Bank, they have an opportunity to increase the customer base, but they can't respond quickly to the market, which could make the customer infuriated with the service provided. So this forces them to build up networking and also relationship with the customer, because relationship with the between the banks and also the customer show the biggest impact on customer satisfaction. So in order to fulfill customer expectation and also satisfaction, Bank needs to provide high quality services that definitely could influence customer value and also loyalty. Nowadays, not only phone system and working through bank can get in touch with the customer, but the other channels such as digital banking, social media, and also website could be used as a platform for client to reach a contact center, and they prefer to communicate online, and it will be easier and quicker way to interact with the bank. Thus, Bank needs to upgrade their services and invest more in e-banking. And Bank also can provide a customer with self-service opportunities that has reported that customers that use self-service support portals and they successfully attempted to resolve issues on their own before contacting service representative. So by engaging with the customers and providing excellent quality service well, Bank could maintain stable long-term relationships and have close relationship with the customers. Okay, next we found out in analysis that there has a shortage of skilled human resources and high turnover of employees in Bank. So the problem probably came from the internal of the company. As for Bank, they need to empower and prioritize employee engagement by providing the necessary resources, because employees are on the front line in dealing with the customers, and as well as they need to deal with the rapid changes transition towards the digital in the banking industry. So Bank need to keep employees updated with the latest system by providing training to improve employees' understanding of the modern banking system. It is imperative for the Bank to invest in comprehensive training, as banking industry training techniques are rapidly evolving. And training not only equip employees with the fundamental skill needed for the job, but it also enhances the performance in general, including the customer service. By retaining the engagement with the employees through workplace training, development opportunities, communication, and also recognition, employees would be less likely to work elsewhere as they feel supported and valued by the company. Okay, last but not least, over the past few decades, there has been a significant shift towards digital technology, and it's the norm to conduct most of the banking activities via mobile apps and other technologies nowadays. Bank must implement advanced financial technology, redesign and also enhance digital experience in order to cope with the competitive pressure in the banking industry market. Other than that, customer also could have a better experience, because by giving an end-to-end digital facelift that can involve moving away from the strictly manual and paper-bound processes, and they don't have to stand in long queues and also be physically present to the bank. Besides, today's technology provides better data protection and also security of transaction, as well as less errors. To be one of the technological expertise in the banking sector, Bank might consider to upgrade their system by providing more advanced options for mobile payments, increasing security using voice, eye scanning, fingerprint and other forms of biometric authentication, installing visual technologies to make the drive-through experience more distinctive for the customer, and enhancing marketing by utilizing social media networks to reach the customer in different geographic locations. So for Bank to remain competitive in industry, they need to find compatible tech-driven partners to help them use the data that they truly need and develop the customer-centric products and services, so that Bank could ensure an overall increase in productivity, efficiency and also profitability. That's all from me. I pass to the next presenter.
So, as the conclusion, Affin Bank has implemented the strategic management to achieve the institution's mission and vision. However, there are still some strategies to be improved since Affin Bank's main focus is serving government factors. They tend to neglect the other institutions such as private sectors, which would prevent Affin Bank to be widely recognized in corporate banking and will not be the brand to be considered when private sectors doing transactions such as fixed deposit raising or investment. Next, the lack of adequate and sufficient network of branches has caused this bank institution its brain equity in this particular industry. On the other hand, based on the financial ratios, it can be summarized that Affin Bank is a moderate risk taker in using their asset in generating profits. Even though the ROA increasing from 0.33% in 2020 to 0.67% in 2021, it will be better if they can generate more profits from the assets. And the QSPM metrics also indicates that Affin Bank should prioritize their market development as the appropriate strategy to be implemented. That's all from us. Thank you.